Just wait. I think we are. Right. Okay, so we're getting a "You are now live" message. So that's a sec. Let me get this shared out. No viewers yet. So if you're watching this bit, you're probably watching on YouTube. So hello YouTube. Now live for the FASTR M4 League. Paste that. Paste it in the group chat as well. I need to automate this. It's definitely what I need to do. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bam. Oh, you've been Big Willow. You brave soul. So links are shared out. We should start getting some viewers in, so I should be able to chat to some peeps in a mo. So this is NxtGen's FASTR BMW M4 League, lobby 1 of 2. The group chat's kicking off for the other one. So we've had a couple of races already. We kind of know what we're in for already. Dan's out, evening. P-Gib, evening. Yeah, so we kind of know what we're in for. We're in for 2 races tonight. I'll get the race settings page up and just show you what we're all about. So we're going to have a 10-minute qualifying session in a moment. That will then be followed by a 10-minute race. And then we'll take the results of that race, turn it upside down, and have another 10-minute race and just see who's got the biggest wiener out of everyone here. Hirakram, how you doing, mate? How come you've not entered this one? I thought this would be right up your street. There's some lads in here that give you a run for your money, I'll tell you that much, I'll tell you that. P1 Don and Luke Mitchell and Philo. Absolutely crush it in this league. Alright, so no John tonight. So we've got 12 drivers. I've been out myself, got some sight laps just to see what the track conditions are like for these guys. The BMW's handle nice around here, little bits of understeer here and there. It's not too dramatic, as you can see a car flying off in the background there. Who was that? Completely missed that. I'm gonna guess it was Shadowstock. Thought about it, didn't want to take too much. Oh, fair enough, mate. Fair enough. So yeah, nice short stream on a Sunday night, just to ease us out of the week. Did everyone watch the F1 today? Not gonna lie, it made me really tired. Just the most bored. Like, we've had such a good season, 2020. Some absolute brilliant races, and then we finish with that. Snooze fest. Honestly, it was just, I can't remember anything about the race. I remember Ricardo going long. That's it. P1 Don's glitching a fair bit tonight, so I've been in the lobby for about 10-15 minutes now. Most of the lobby's been talking about P1 Don's internet, so hopefully it behaves itself tonight. Napped lap 20 to 40. You didn't miss out, mate. I honestly don't think you missed a single thing. Maybe a couple of pit stops. I was gutted about Checo. Talk about highs to lows, winning last week, and then this week pretty much retiring straight away. Yeah, 96 days until we have more. Let's keep an eye on Don, see what he's actually doing. Yeah, he's glitching pretty bad. I've been in a race where this has happened with Don before, and it resulted in me getting DNF'd. It's not his fault. It genuinely isn't his fault at all, but it can be quite distracting if you're following it. Alonso back next, so I'm happy. Yeah, honestly, what made me laugh with that, well, I've got 2 things to talk about with that. He's in the young driver test, which is going ahead next week. Young driver test. The guy's like 38. There's nothing young about that dude. But him driving the RB, was it? No, it's the R25, isn't it? The RS25 or whatever it's called. That screaming V10. Oh. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to that video, and I've not even watched it, so I don't even know. Well, I've watched it obviously, but you just have it on and have the noise on. It sounds beautiful. There's a video on YouTube of, I think it's the V8 or the V10 era cars with the blown diffusers. You'll know which ones I'm on about. And the guy's parked at the bottom of the straight on Monza, and just hearing the cars on downshift coming down there. My word. If you don't ask, you don't get, I guess. Yeah, fair point. He just wants extra seat time, doesn't he? And if Renault haven't, I'd have thought that Renault, and they got some academy drivers, Renault, that they could stick in there. I thought they might have stuck a few young guns in, but hey, you never know. If it perhaps Alonso for next season, I'm all for it. I do rate Alonso as one of the best ever. That's the highlight of the weekend for me. There's nothing else really about this race weekend that sparked my interest other than Alonso slamming a V10 around the track. Nothing else of significance occurred. So qualifying is underway then. So we've got a 10-minute qualifier. The qualifier ordinarily is the exact same length as the race. If you're asking me, it should be 5 minutes. Just 10 minutes is too long. But who am I to judge? So a 10-minute qualifier will set us the grid for the first of 2 races. Now it's Brands Hatch. It's notoriously difficult races. Typical of Waze, he always joins last second. Always. He does it in the McGanns. Every single time. I don't know what he does. I think he has some. I think he watches the stream, waits for them to start qualifying, then joins. He's not going to be able to get in now because we're starting quali, so unless they choose to do a restart for him. Sykes is going round, so goddamn. So we've got all the drivers out in qualifying. So a lap time for getting some gubbins on the screen. A lap time for Brands. I was running in the 28s when I was doing my laps. So what would I say? A 20. I'd imagine like the Philos, Luke Mitchells, Dons could get into the 27s. We'll see what happens. I'm by no means an OP guy or anything like that. I'm just bang average, just duds goes off road. Brands, yeah, it's notoriously difficult to pass here, so track positions, everything, keeping your car on circuit's even more important, as Danzo's finding out right now. Fortunately it's happened there, so he can start his lap. Duds is having a mare. Biggs is going to have to be careful as he comes around that corner. There's a slow car on there. We go. Yeah, Duds has stayed well out of the way. 18.05's parked up as well, so Moss is going to start the first of the hot laps then, so yeah, expect around the 128 barrier. See how familiar these guys are with the track. One of the guys to watch tonight is Luke Mitchell in the Ibanez liveried car. I'm guessing he likes to play guitar. He's usually mixing it around there as well. If we're looking at results at the top, you can't look past P1 Don as well, although his internet may cause him some issues tonight. And then of course we can't forget Mr. Philo. Mr. Philo is somewhat of a NxtGen legend. Pretty sure he still plays on controller. Yeah, he's a brilliant player. He's a brilliant racer. He's a nice bloke as well. Spoke to him a couple of times, I think. So that's a nice kid. So Moss has also been impressing in this championship. He's had some good results, some good races as well. Though this doesn't appear to be one of them. He's in this Sweatset brake marker board, dirty tyres. It's not going to be a great lap for him. Luke Doherty proved last time out that he can mix it with the big boys as well. We'll see what Luke can do. Danzo has had mixed results, but has again shown that he can mix it. Biggsy, I just love his livery. Duds again has been up mixing it with the top. Sykes has had some bad luck in this one so far. TP86 racing, not the best time last time out, but he's had some good battles throughout this one. 18.05 so far, not the best season for 18.05, but we know there's better within him. Let's see what Philo can do then. So Philo sets us on 27.8, Luke Doherty 28.3. So Philo straight into the 27s. Luke Mitchell 28.1 for Luke Mitchell as he collects car on his way through. Moss 38, Danzo 31, Biggsy 29, Don 28.6. So the big guns getting the laps in early. Duds after that, as we see Don barrel it into the side. Duds has got in there with a 30.9, and Danzo is 3.5 off that. TP86 28.9, good lap for TP86, plus in P5 so far. Who's next across the line? Sykesy, not a representative lap for Sykesy, although we know he binned it, and 18.05 31.0 P8 for 18.05 at this minute in time. We've got 6 minutes remaining here at Brands Hatch. So plenty of time for laps to come in. The laps are going to be flying at you thick and fast here. It's not the longest lap in the world. Currently Philo is your pole sitter by 2.5 temps. Luke Mitchell and Luke Doherty pretty close in the standards there, as Luke Mitchell just drops a wheel on the exit curb and does well to stay out of everybody's way. Luke Doherty having to fight his way through traffic. He's getting a nice slipstream here. Shadow Stalker sets a 30.4. That's good enough for P7 for Shadow Stalker. That's a good lap. This isn't going to be a great lap time for Luke Doherty. P1 Don's out there as well. Philo, this isn't going to be a good time for Philo. Moss sets a 28.8. That's good enough for P5 at the minute for Moss. Danzo 31.0s. You see a lot of drivers are doing that. They're just trying to maximise the speed through T1. A lot of cars getting it wrong there. Let's have a check of the timing screen then. Who's setting the timing board like TP86 and 18.05, and Duds were all improving. Duds 3 seconds off the pace at the minute. 18.05, whereabouts is he? He's coming round the last corner now. 1 for Darksides. And 18.05 does improve, puts a 30.6 on the board. Shows about 3 tenths off his time. P10 for 18.05 at the minute, but Darksides P7 for the driver driving the FASTR liveried car, and he sets a personal best first sector as well. That first sector pretty much just consists of 2 corners. You can't read too much into this. Sector 2 and 3 is where you lose all your time here. So you've got Graham Hill Bend and Surtees. Getting Surtees right is key to a good lap, because it dictates your speed all the way down the hill. If you get this wrong, your time is just lost. Shadow Stalker then improves 30.2. So shows another 2 tenths off his time. Remains P9 for the time being though. Philo is about to set another lap. Can he improve on the 27.8 that he's got so far? No, he can't. He's already over that. Luke Mitchell can't improve either. 28.4 for Luke Mitchell. A couple of temps slower than he was going before. Danzo is a man who can improve though. 30.2, and P1 Don improves as well to a 28.2. Lots of time to be improved here. P1 Don though still P3, but now less than a tenth behind Luke Mitchell for that front row spot on the grid. Duds improves as well, but 29.9 in this lobby, only good enough for P9. So low 28s, very much the order of the day for most drivers in terms of what I'd expect of their race pace. Maybe take it a little bit easier. Of course, with it only being 10-minute races, it's pretty important to get your track position in nice and early, so I'd expect to see it be a bit of a flurry of activity at the start. Moss is constantly improving his lap times as well. He's set 3 personal best sectors in a row. 28.8 for Moss at the minute. He is half a second behind Luke Doherty though, so there is a lot of room for improvement in Moss's lap. Lots of time for him to make up. Oh, he's just got the exit of that one wrong, and yeah, that's cost him a bucket ton of time. He has got time to press the reset button and go again. Philo, what can Philo do? 27.8 for Philo, 28.2 that time around. Doesn't improve on that 27.8 time. Luke Mitchell just starting another lap, so he's still in P3. P1 Don didn't improve that time either, 28.4 that time around. Luke Doherty's going off road. Moss doesn't improve on that lap, but like we said, he has reset. Duds again improves, 29.8 for Duds. Still remains P9 though. Darksides, can he improve on the 29.1? No, he can't. 29.5 that time around for Darksides, and he remains P7 on the grid at the minute. Bigsy, next driver to have a look at. He's P8 at the minute, 1.7 seconds off the pole position time. This is a reset lap for Bigsy, but he's got to get around to start another lap soon because qualifying ends in 1 minute 10 seconds time. Most drivers should get another lap in. As long as they're past sector 1 now, they'll get another one in, which is all but one driver really. This is going to be Shadow Stalker's last lap. Can he improve on the 30.2? He can, 30.1, but he remains in P10. So that's Shadow Stalker's session over. Danzo, one of the next drivers to cross the line. He currently occupies P11 on the grid. 30.2 for Danzo is his best so far. He's given P1 Don a little bit of a tow across the line. Can Danzo improve? He can. He overtakes Shadow Stalker with a 30.0. That nice little tow is given to P1 Don might be enough to give P1 Don a decent stab at this. Moss does get a good lap in 28.6. I say a good lap, he's just been on a constant whirl of improvement as Moss. Oh, as I drop my controller. TP86, we've not covered TP86 too much. He set his lap nice and early at 28.9. This is his session done though, he's not going to get around to set another lap, so at best it's P6 for TP86 Racing, but he's got to see if any of the guys behind can improve. Sykes he isn't, and Bigsy will see what his lap time. A little bit of argy-bargy between Bigsy and Moss. I don't know if those two are being serious or not, you can never quite tell. Let's have a look at the timing screens. Anyone improving? Luke Mitchell went purple sector 3 but has failed to really improve elsewhere, so I don't think this is going to be a barnstorming lap for Luke Mitchell. Certainly not an overtaking TNR Philo level. Wait, you got to be on time, bud. Sorry to be the voice of reason here, mate. You kind of got to be on time. 28.5 that time around for Luke Mitchell, so it's looking like, pending any absolute miracles, TNR Philo is going to be a pole sitter. The guys are doing some practice starts. Now they're doing it in a bit of a weird part of the track for me because the start finish straight at Brands Hatch, if I can just show you on Moss here, banks upwards, so you've got this right to left banking going on the start finish straight, which in a rear wheel drive front engine car you're going to want to be starting on the inside line because you've got less of that gradient to deal with. That will affect the start, so yeah, Philo is now doing practice starts on the start finish straight. Whether he gets one in, he won't, so that's qualifying done with, but he is pole position for race number 1. So I'm not sure if they're going to do any form of restarts, that's completely up to the host. I'm going to pretend that they're not, and I have my finger on the replay button. It's TNR Philo, Luke Mitchell, P1 Don, Luke Doherty, first 2 rows of the grid. Watch for fireworks between those guys as they go down towards turn 1 for the first time. It's quite a nice short run, but a good start here is absolutely critical. You do not want to get swallowed up by the pack at Brands Hatch. You will hemorrhage places like no other. We get underway. There's a car failed to get away off the grid there, but it's just underway. It looked like Duds at the background, but I'm not sure. Philo does lead into the first corner. So Luke Mitchell P2, P1 Don P3, Luke Doherty's the top 4 pretty much unchanged, but Luke Doherty's coming under attack by Moss, who makes P4. Dark Sykes up to P6 after that good start. It wasn't Duds that got away badly, he's still in P7. It was TP86 who got an awful start off the line. But he might pick up a place here from Shadow Stalker if he's dropping back. No, not too sure, but leading the way then, TNR Philo leads away to Luke Mitchell, who is away to P1 Don. Those guys have a 1 second advantage over Moss. Moss is having to play a bit more of a defensive game at this stage because he has got Luke Doherty breathing all over him. And like I say, you do want to get your argument settled nice and early. Just jump on board the P1 driver's hood or bonnet or whatever you want to call it. Nice move at the inside by Luke Doherty. Absolutely no contact there between him and Moss. Moss just got a little bit too ambitious. And Luke Doherty is now free to chase down the pack at the front. P1 Don was on the grass there on my screen, but there's a lot of glitching going on for P1 Don, who is flicking on and off the track and all sorts. A little bit further behind, Darkside had a brilliant start. Darkside, he's up to P5 with a 1.5 second advantage over Moss. Moss, who we saw make a mistake earlier on. That's Duds going up the inside of Moss. That's a nice move by Duds. Will Biggsy try and follow him through? The Care Bear can't. I don't know if Moss is nursing an issue here, because that car is struggling on traction. It's practically getting pushed along the circuit by Duds. All drivers seemingly behaving themselves at this minute in time. TP86 racing off that nightmare start. Still holding P12, and he's a good 4 seconds behind anyone else. The next car to him is Danzo. Danzo's had an absolute nightmare start so far. What's happened to Danzo? P11, oh, he's always been there, I'm afraid. Jumping back up to the top, Philo, Luke Mitchell, P1 Don, still leading the way. Luke Doherty, Sykes is up to P5 now. Sykes is flying, he's absolutely flying. Let's jump on board the FASTR car. You can see the top, what you can do, to be fair, you can just see P1 Don's car flying all over the shop. Sykes then with Biggsy not too far behind him. There's a 3 second gap between him and Luke Doherty. Luke's been catching the guys at the top pretty steadily, so that lap for P1 Don hasn't registered 28.7. Luke Doherty did a 28 flat, the fastest lap of the race so far. So Luke Doherty, that lap took nearly a second out of the guys ahead. Absolutely flying. Meanwhile, Luke Mitchell's trying to go on the offensive here against TNR Philo. Philo wants to go defensive. As we come into Graham, let's jump on board Luke Mitchell's car. He's pretty much scratching the bump on the back of that M4. Done using McDonald's Wi-Fi. I think that's offensive to McDonald's here, but I don't know what it is. I think I spoke to Don about this a while ago, and he said it happened when he had loads of devices connected to his internet, and he thought he'd fixed it. But obviously it's still plaguing him from time to time. Some nights it's perfect. Look at that. I've been in a race with him when it's been like that, mate, and it's not nice. It's not his fault. This is the thing, Don's one of the nicest blokes you could ever hope to meet, well, Lee. One of the nicest blokes you could ever hope to meet, but just a shame his internet's absolutely shocking. Dark Sykes has not caught up with the guys ahead, but he is dropping the guys behind, so it could prove to be a lonely race for Dark Sykes, but he'll be happy with a P5 if it stays this way. We're about halfway through. The Care Bears car holding P6 at the minute. Duds is trying to put him under pressure. Moss has dropped back from that battle just a little bit. 18.05 still holding that P9 spot he was holding in qualifying. Not a bad race so far for 18.05. Shadow Stalker in hot pursuit, and Danzo and TP86 still having their own little battle. TP86 has been catching Danzo though. So far 30.4, 29.9 for TP86, so yeah, he's definitely got the pace. Meanwhile, the front runners, as P1 Don's off the track. What's up to P1 Don? He's down in P5. That's Sykes up to a P4 spot. Oh, Don, he got it wrong at turn 1. Did the same thing in practice. And P1 Don is under all sorts of pressure then, jumping on board with the Care Bear car. Looking back at Duds and Moss's little battle, he is following P1 Don behind. He will be getting He will be getting a little bit of slipstream assistance from P1 Don up ahead. He just needs to try and hang in the coattails of him a little bit. Sykes is going to know that car's going to come for him soon. It's not easy to get past here at Brands Hatch, so if Sykes can just keep his eye on the ball as Luke Doherty ghosts for some reason. What's happened to Luke Doherty? He was simple as he was just burning penalty. Meanwhile, at the top, Philo and Luke Mitchell still fighting away. These guys have been inseparable the entire race so far. Paddock Hill exit curb is claiming a few things. Yeah, mate. Not gonna lie, it got me in a race here as well once. In a beatable Group 3 race, it bit me hard. I was chasing P3 as well. So Philo then looking favourite to win this one. It's Luke Mitchell's finding it difficult to get past. He might just be waiting to pull the trigger. Luke Doherty, sorry, is holding a commanding P3 at the minute. He'll be quite happy with that as it stands. Dark Sykes has started to get caught now by P1 Don, and with at least another probably 2 laps on top of this one. Dark Sykes might struggle to keep O'Hagan behind him. Bigsy then starting to come under siege from Dudds and Moss. So Dudds and Moss, as we see Dudds just get it wrong. Nice 360 there by Dudds. Cue the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift music. Let's go and see what happened for Dudds there. He won't thank me for this. Probably a little bit of aero wash. Nah, just tried to put I bet he's just trying to put a boot down on the exit. Yeah, nah, he just dropped it on the curb, didn't he? Nice recovery though by Dudds. He's not out of the fight yet. He's only 1.8 seconds behind those guys, so a nice recovery by Dudds. I'll give him credit there. Shadow Stalker and 1805 starting to have their own little fight now. TP86 Racing's got past Danzo somewhere, and now holds up P11 spot, so he can start to chase down the guys ahead, but not a lot of time left for him to do that. Meanwhile at the top, Philo sets the fastest lap of the race at 27.8. I want to say that might even be faster than his qualifying time. Auto spin curb. Spinaroo. Luke Mitchell now starting to push a little bit more, just sets a purple sector 2. And just 0.4 of a second, which is a vast yawning chasm of a gap between these two, because they enjoy being so close. P1 Don, is he looking like he might get past Sykesy anytime soon? He might go for it here. Sykesy might not put too much of a fight. Indeed he doesn't. O'Hagan gets himself through and back up to P4. He's got a 3-second gap now to Luke Doherty, and probably only one more lap after this. In fact, yes, one more lap after this to get a move on to Luke Doherty. 2.9 seconds is the gap now. When I say Luke might have sealed that off, but all he has to really do is keep it on track. So Moss after that spin not really caught the guys ahead up anymore, and no other position changes. Always side by side here between the top two. I've just replay marked that, so unless Luke Mitchell goes for a dive down here, Philo's defended that a little bit late. Luke Mitchell slips up the inside. Philo's going to try and just get this on traction on the outside. Turns to the inside, of course, for Graham Holbeck. Philo might just keep this. Luke Mitchell tries to keep his nose in, isn't able to. Good effort by Luke Mitchell, though. He's got another handful of corners to try and get this done. If he just hangs back here, gets the slippery down the bottom of the hill. Philo just nicely parking it on the curb. It looks like Luke Mitchell might actually be too close to the driver ahead. Just kicks you off at random, yeah. A little bit of internet glitch there. For the time being then, Luke Mitchell and Philo, in fact, I might just stick with this battle for the remainder of this lap, because time has now elapsed. The race will be completed the next time each driver passes the start finish line. Philo goes wide. It's going to give Luke Mitchell the opportunity to go up the inside. A little bit of internet lag between the two. Luke Mitchell goes left, then he goes right, finally commits to the outside. He's going to go for the cutback here, going up the main straight. He's definitely got the slipstream. It's going to be neck and neck as we cross the line. But I think Philo's going to have it, and Philo does indeed have it by just over 1/10 of a second. Luke Doherty's going to come home with a P3 finish. P1 Don, P4 in the end. Dark Sykes, P5. Driver of the day for me for Dark Sykes. Bigsy, P6. Moss, P7 in the end. Shadowstalker, P8. Dudds has had a massive off somewhere. Lap 5 was a 33.2 for Dudds. This lap, even slower. So he's had a massive off somewhere with Dudds. P9 for him. TP86, P10. Danzo, P11. And 1805 is going to bring it home in P12. it kind of all came undone for 18.05 there somewhere. 46.1 that time round. So yeah, I had an absolute shocker of our lap that time. Why does everything have to happen on the last lap? So I don't get to see it. Cracking drive from size. It was. I can't remember where he qualified. It wasn't P5. Yeah, but yeah, he just kept it clean, mate. I mean, he had one minor indiscretion that I saw anyway, where he went off when P1 Dog got past him. But that was it. Otherwise, it was otherwise it was spot on. Let's check my notifications. Yeah, I know I'm live. Night race. But yeah, congrats to Philo. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the results. So Philo by just over a tenth of a second to Luke Mitchell. Luke Doherty P3. Good drive for Luke Doherty as well. Again, another one like Sykes. He just kept his nose clean. P1 Don will be a bit gutted at that mistake that cost him a guaranteed P3. Sykes with a great drive to finish just 9 seconds behind Philo. Bigsy, another good drive for Bigsy. P6 for him, one out of that battle that was cracking off between him, Moss and Duds. Shadowstalker picked up a few places at the end thanks to other people's mistakes. P8 for him, Duds P9, TP86 in P10, Danzo P11 and 18.05 with a mistake on the last lap coming through for P12. That was such a stressful race. What brake balance. I was using, when I was doing some test laps, I was just having one to the rear just to get the rear to rotate. Got a 3-second penalty for driving through Luke while he was ghosting. Yeah, a good race between Luke and Philo. It's just a shame I couldn't sort of watch it all. It did look brilliant. So we're going to have another race in a couple of minutes. So the results that I've just gone through, they're going to be tipped upside down. And that's going to be the grid for race 2. As you've probably gathered with this league, there's no tyre wear on, there's no fuel depletion, it's just a pure spec car series. It's all down to the driver and their ability to extract the most performance from the car, and basically who's got the most bravery around this circuit, because Brands Hatch is a track that bites. So we'll see what comes of that in race numero 2. Thanks to 2 follows while we're away as well, Buddy and Lucky Bucky following. We are now up to 98 in total, so very close to our 100 followers goal, I guess. Although when I hit it, it's going to be 150 goal, and then 200. You get the drill. -2, so you're going front. Doesn't that just make your back end really light, 18.05, and you don't really want that around this circuit? Because you need a little bit of rear, grip, I think. I think I'm last then. Oh, good point. Good point, actually. Might need to set grid manually. Why is he going to like me for that? But he lives in Cardiff, what's he going to do about it? Oh dear. Right, let's see what... sorry, I'm walking into my kitchen. It's a good thing about wireless headsets, I can just sort of wander about, chat to you a lot. What do I want to drink? I'm currently looking in my fridge while live streaming. How's about them apples? I don't want a cup of tea because that'll make a lot of noise while I'm making it. I don't want to Red Bull either, otherwise I'll be barking all night. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna be weird and have a box of veg. If need be, I can leave. Oh, is that what happened, TP86? You knocked your PS button. God damn it. Can you nip for a coffee while you stream it? It doesn't have that sort of range. But you can run and get me one, and in fact, I'll even let you use my freebie voucher. How's about that? I'm currently eating peppers, green beans, celery, and cucumber. Yeah, a bit good for Don, because it kind of spoils his experience, because like, he's a bloody good driver, P1 Don. Rapidly quick, but his internet tends to ruin his racing half the time. That's some noisy chewing. Yeah, sorry, I'll stop it. I can mute myself when I let me get a bit of pepper, and then I'll mute my mic 1 second. There we go. How's about that? Luke Doherty's left the room. What? First grid could be bad for lag. Where's Luke gone? You going on a coffee run then, Jado? So this next race was a 10-minute as well, so nice and short. Couple of drivers just getting their eye in. He's coming back. Good. Best being all. Even in death in Ben. You say that, Lou. We just need a little bit of patience, dude. And it's hard to say that with it being only a 10-minute race. Wife's watching Netflix. No, Don, that's fine, man. That's fine. I'll let you bring one in the morning. I'm not going to be up that early. Definitely not that early. I mean, I'll try. Might have to be a Costa machine one. I've set me alarms really early, aren't I? Of course she is. Yeah, Netflix, eh? Savage. No entry without Costa. That tattooed above you, you know what? Not payment. I actually didn't think Race was racing. He was posting up in the chat the other day that his PS4 had died or something. Bit surprised to hear. I'll tell you what, while we're waiting, let's jump on board someone who's TP86. Make this a good lap. Make this a good lap, because I'm going to talk to you. I know you do listen to this. So, turn Juan, Paddock Hill Bend, and the exit curve to this is famously killer. You want to tuck your car into the inside curve there. TP86 just went a little bit wide there. As TP86 Racing backs out of that. Thanks, TP86. Really appreciate that. Lou Mitchell doesn't look to be taking this one remotely seriously, but let's see what he does. Stay on board with Luke Mitchell, actually. Hopefully he does a better job of this than TP86 did. No, he's handbraking it. He's not taking it remotely seriously, so I can't really take you on board a lot. In fact, Danzo, see what Danzo does. He's taking it moderately seriously. Can you not run an Ethernet cable, Don? I wonder if that'd solve your issues. Oh yeah, so Druids, getting your apex right here. The inner apex curb's surprisingly grippy, so you can run that, and the exit curb's not too bad either. Graham Hill Bend can trip you up. I think Danzo just braked a tiny bit late there. He had to sacrifice a little bit of apex speed. Running through 30, treat this as a bit of a two-parter, so brake lightly. Start to drift the car and apply power just before you get to that line. Run it out as wide as you dare. Coming down Pilgrims then, again, you just want to maximise your speed down here, so the exit 30s is in, because this was the longest straight. Hawthorns, dab of the brake, turn in, power on, you normally find in a rear wheel drive car. Westfields, that's the curb that kills you from time to time. Dingledale, then through Sheen. Sheen's unsighted when you get there, you cannot see a thing. You kind of just have to trust in your muscle memory, as Danzo gets it wrong. Yeah, you just have to really trust in your muscle memory to get you in the right zone. Luke's message is coming back. No, that's me. Yeah, good point, to be fair, good point. Good point. 28.8 for Wace, so he's not on bad pace straight out the gate. Wace, I'll let you off this time. So, predictions then. Given that the fast lads are at the back, lag check. What for you, Luke? You're fine, bud. Your lag is all good in the hood, mate. Zero lag in the world of Luke Mitchell. Luke Doherty, again fine, no issues for Luke Doherty. Sat by side of another car, no glitching or anything. Looks good. Waste seems okay as well. The only one that does normally give us a little bit of laggaroo is P1 Don, but we'll just see how he gets on. Just see how he gets on. So as always with these reverse grid races, I've only got 10 minutes to carve their way through the pack. It's not a lot of time. And on a track that's as narrow and as daunting as Brands Hatches, getting that work done is going to be very dangerous for these guys, so they've got to be careful about where they pick their moves. Of course, they might pick a couple up just by other people's accidents, you never know. We'll see how cleanly everyone gets away. But here is confirmation of your grids. We're allowing Waste to start off on pole, so he's got the opportunity of a lifetime here to bounce away in the lead. Hopefully getting the wrong button pressed. There we go. Let's see how the start is for everyone then. Does everyone get away cleanly? Everyone does indeed get away well. Even Shadowstalker got a little bit sideways off the line, but it is Waste leading us away into turn one for the first time. 18.05, didn't get a great start, has backed up a little bit. We've got a car off into the kitty litter. We'll go back and have a look who that is. P1 Don got away poorly. Luke Doherty is already up to P7, Luke Mitchell P9, Philo's still down in P11, P1 Don P12. What happened at the start for TP86 Racing? It was him who got it. It was him who got it wrong. So we started in P4. Oh, he got a little bit of help from Duds. Got a little bit of a tap from Duds there, and that's put him right at the back. Wace is leading the way. They're 1.2 seconds away from 18.05. Danzo's trying to save his way through the field. P3 for Danzo then at the minute, with Duds in P4. Moss P5 at the minute. Luke Doherty P6. Shadowstalker P7. Luke Mitchell P8 now, with Bigsy in P9. Sykesy in P10. Philo P11. Oh, we've got cars all over the place. Philo's just collected Duds for good measure as well. P1 Don, P9, Duds is down in P10, Bigsy, Dark Sykes, P12. Alright, let's just go and review that. So on board with Sykes, he's running P10. Bigsy is the car ahead, the Care Bears machine. So he's got a good run on Bigsy, but oh, a little bit of attack from sights there, just under braking, caught him off guard. And then Philo and Duds, I don't know what caused that. Again, that might be a steward's inquiry issue, but Philo currently running in P7. Setting purple sectors as well. Waste, meanwhile, 4 seconds in the lead at the minute. Absolutely pushing it. Luke Doherty now gets past Danzo. Nice pass by Luke Doherty. We will go back and have another quick look at that. So coming out of Graham Bend, this is where he set the move up. He made Danzo go defensive. Look at the difference in exit speed. He's already ahead, way before the braking zone. He's side by side coming into the braking zone, nice and calm through 30. He's right to curve, blocks the apex. Nice move by Luke Doherty to get himself up to that P2 spot. So he can start trying to bring Waste down. 4 seconds is the gap. Moss having a good race so far in P4, but he has got Luke Mitchell breathing down his neck. Philo up to P6, got past Shadowstalker eventually. Shadowstalker's next opposition is P1 Don, who goes around the outside. Shadowstalker actually not putting up too much of a fight against that. Darkside's back up to P10, Duds is P11, TP86 P12, and 1805's had one to forget, he's P13 and off the circuit as well. Yeah, great exit by Luke Doherty. He just set that corner up nicely, I think. That's just again an example of how you can get moves done just by being in the right place at the right time. That technically wasn't even an overtake, really, was it? Didn't outbrake him or anything. He just made him lose speed. Nicely done. Luke Mitchell then, trying to be the next person to get past Danzo. He takes the wider line into 30s, which gives him the faster exit. He's going to get the old slipperoo coming down. I want to call it the back straight. Technically is the back straight. Does he get this move made on the outside? He's going to try and hang it. Danzo does defend this move. Luke Mitchell's having to swerve to the left to get this move made. Down the inside now for Luke Mitchell. Just waiting for these two cars to touch, but they don't. Nice and clean for both from Danzo. Eventually does go a little bit wide. P1 Don's going to be next to try and attack Danzo. Philo not too far back either. So again, the faster drivers, I'll say, are picking their way through nicely in most circumstances. The quite measured moves. Luke Doherty though isn't gaining Waste. That's 28.4 that time around. 28.1 for Waste. Cut to him as he just runs 2 wheels on the sand. Waste currently holding the fastest lap of the race. Luke Doherty failing to reel him in at the minute. Luke Mitchell will be reeling Luke Doherty in, I feel. I guess we'll just see what these two guys have got to offer in terms of a race for us later on. P1 Don still P5, P6 for Philo. I'm just trying to predict what may happen next for these guys. Steve says he heard your comment about the tattoo. What comment about what tattoo? What are you on about? Oh right, okay. Oh, that one. Oh. I wonder if they do that. I wonder if a tattoo artist, they probably would, they've got no shame. Waste is still leading the way. I've just replay buttoned it because I've just clocked something in the background, but when I flick to it, it's Danzo again. Oh, did he get shuffled out there, Danzo? Let's go back and have a look at that. So let's just jump on board with Danzo, because that first impression looked like Don's internet playing silly buggers. So there's Philo right in the background. It's Don that's running side by side with Danzo. At this point, Don is just ahead on the inside. Danzo's going to try and hang it around the outside. Yeah, he gets clattered out. That's no fault of Danzo's at all. He's right at the back as well. That's cost him tons of time. He's down in P11. Pretty much out of the race, I'm afraid, for Danzo. It's unfortunate, massively unfortunate. Philo's got past Don as well somewhere. That's just... Yeah, that's... Don's internet again, isn't it? It's just... You can't put it where his car is. Philo at this point actually making a better job of getting that move made. So Philo up to P4, Luke Mitchell P3, but for how much longer? Because he's chasing down a Luke Doherty that's been not catching Wace quickly enough. Wace looks pretty much odds on to win this one now because Luke Mitchell's not gaining fast enough. Granted, Luke Mitchell is in the high 27s in terms of race pace now, although I wouldn't imagine this lap is going to be that. Getting a little bit of traffic from the car ahead. Does Luke Mitchell go for the brave turn 1 manoeuvre? Looks like he's thinking better of it. Oh, he gets a slider on. I think that drift practice for Luke Mitchell saved his backside there. Remember when we went on board with him at the start, he was doing a little bit of drifting just to practice, and yeah, I think it saved his bacon. Philo got 2 wheels on the grass, sorry, not the grass, the sand as well, and that's let P1 Don right into the pocket. Yeah, well held, but it has. He's got 1 more lap after this, I think, to try and do something about it. But you can see it's putting 1.1 seconds off his pace basically. Philo and Don predictably probably going to battle to the end now. Moss, Shadowstuck, Dark Sykes. Dark Sykes can probably try and pick up a P7 out of this one. 18.05's having one to forget, and Danzo's 20 seconds off the next car, so having one to forget. So he's duds. Biggsy's not having the greatest time of his life either, but nice and consistent for Biggsy. He's just found himself out of favour in terms of track position. He's certainly got decent, but he's got faster pace than a lot of the cars up ahead of him, to be fair. He's just track position for Biggsy's not been his friend. P1 Don trying to get ahead on the grass. Who's that that's off the circuit? That's a back marker. That is 18.05 that's off, taking half a second out of Wace. But you kind of get the feeling it's still not enough. Philo's not going to catch the cars ahead either. It's just a case of who finishes in P4 now between him and P1 Don. 1 more lap to resolve that, and that may have just been resolved for us as Philo again pushes track limit boundaries on the exit of turn 1. This time though, lives to see another day. Let's ride on board with Philo. He just pushes the envelope too much here, holds it nicely. Unfortunately, that spins him onto the inside and is able to defend that to P1 Don. As it stands, TNR Philo keeping that P4 spot nice and warm. Sykesy is up to P7, got that move made on Shadowstalker somewhere. Let's see if the Care Bears machine that is Biggsy can also get a move on Shadowstalker up to P8. I say it every race, love that car. Love that livery. If I ever become a racing driver, I want a Care Bears livery on my car. There, I've said it. Cut away from the action just to come and watch your current race leader, Wace, come across the line to claim victory here at Brands Hatch. Probably make up for missing race 1. So Wace is going to come home to take the win in race number 2 of round number 4. Luke Doherty brings home P2, Luke Mitchell P3, so the 2 Lukes on the podium. Philo just ahead of P1 Don for that P4 spot. Moss is going to come home in P6, kind of on his own at the minute, Moss. But there's a big gaggle of cars at the car. Backwards, that's Shadowstalker, P7 for Dark Sykes, P8 for Biggsy, P9 for Shadowstalker, maybe, no, Duds is going to come through to take that P9 spot. Danzo's not going to quite get it. What happened to Shadowstalker though? So he's just ahead of Biggsy at this stage. Just goes off-roading. Just goes off-roading, I'm afraid. But finishes at P10, so doesn't lose too many places. Danzo P11, what could have been for Danzo? He had a very eventful first half of the race, and 18.05, P12 in the end. A bit of a nightmare race for 18.05, spent half of it parked up on the side. TP86 unfortunately didn't finish the race. So that's your lot from the NxtGen FASTR. I never know how to say it without sounding like a monk. BMW M4 League, round number 4. Let me try and find out where we are next. We've got a break at some point in the season. Where would I have saved it? Where would I have saved it? There we go. It's saved there. Oh, my favourite track next. We've got Spa next. I've got some chat comment. 1 minute. Ban user spam. So you're banned, my friend. And delayed your message. Yeah, get gone, spam monkey. I should have taken double 4. Top my phone, Miss Quali. Easy to say that, Wace. You didn't see the first one. First one was an absolute corker of a race. Right, well, we've been booted out, so I think before this stream hits the hour mark, we will close out just by giving you a roundup of what is to come this week. So next up, cheers Pigab. Next up, we've got I stream on Wednesdays now. That's Wednesday night about 8:30. Join me for the MRC GT3 Tour League. That's the full sim experience of tuning and damage and all that sort of stuff. Join me for that. Then Thursday night we've got the McGanns. I'm sure PG will be back for that one. And then we're back on Sunday for the NxtGen BMWs at Spa. So tune in for that. If you're watching this on Twitch, give me a nice little follow. It certainly does help. If you're watching this on YouTube, click like, subscribe, whatever you want. I don't really care. Just tune in for the next one, get in the chat, get chatting, and we'll speak to you all later. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good week, and catch you in the next one. Bye bye bye.